Welcome back. We're on part 2 of episode 67. And now it's time for the hot tags. I have only 2 this week, and I kind of figured we wouldn't really talk about anything else. But the 2 that I have, both are funny. There's there's no more rehab for Tammy Sytch because they've gotten to the point where they're like, all right, fuck it, we're just wasting money. This is really kind of awful. Uh, and there's the rumored John Cena affair with a porn star named Kendra Lust, who I had to look up. And as I said before we started recording this, I was a little disappointed. I think that uh,
She had a
if you're
booty.
if you're gonna go for a porn star, you gotta go for somebody like I don't know, Daisy Marie or Layla Starr. I don't know, somebody
Sasha
And
Grey, please.
Sasha Grey.
John can do a lot better than that.
No homo,
well,
John.
he's
Probably
dating the
could.
Bella twin with the bigger boobs. So,
I actually think the Bella twins are overrated.
I do too, but in the end, there was always potential for twincest. So, just put it out there. Bella twins, if you can hear me, if you touch each other up and kiss each other, then great.
So who wants to tag in for what?
I'll tag in. Yeah, John, I really feel sorry for you fucking a porn star over your wife.
Well, she denied it. Supposedly.
She denied it.
John
Well,
did.
I'm waiting for her to make her, like, his ex-wife to make an appearance in TNA, wearing the Cena gear. And going, I can see you, John. I saw your affair. I can see you. And
then it turns
for
out that
some-
AJ Styles knocked her up and
and she was a crack whore.
yeah.
Oh, God damn it.
And poor Sonny, yeah. I know you're alcoholic. I don't know what else to say with her. Apart from that, Sonny, get help. And if you need someone to sort of talk with and just suck their dick now and then for crack, Tony's always available.
This is an
Oh
awful
my.
episode. There's horrible stuff in this episode already, and it's only gonna get worse.
Pimpin' ain't easy, Tony. Pimpin' ain't easy.
Yeah, it's hard out here for Pimp. Who else wants to tag?
I'll tag. Yeah. I'm sure this Kendra person is just one of many on the road for dear old John Boy.
Yeah.
Like, what more do you really need to say? I'm pretty sure he'll tell you that he's 100% committed, though, and would never cheat.
Also, loyalty, respect.
Yeah, exactly.
Just in different areas. Loyalty to WWE, respect for the fans, and hustle with porn stars.
Yeah. No, the loyalties for porn stars.
It would have been out
All
of order
over
if John
the
Cena
country.
didn't do it.
He hustles them. He respects them, and he's loyal to every single one of them. So
Yeah, he
there's
has to
the
be
three
loyal.
slogans
He
right
has
there.
to. John Cena has to service his fans, especially because they buy the T-shirts. So, it would be wrong that he didn't do it.
No, he might as well just be the White Godfather. I mean, change up his character somehow. Oh
Do you
God!
think while he's doing it, he's like waving his hand, going, "You can't see me. You can't see me."
He's giving
Better
her a
than
fine
doing the
knuckle
fun-
shuffle.
Yeah, probably. Or he's giving her the foot. It might be wide in it, but he pops his head in.
Should I make the joke that he only has 5 moves?
Yes, you
All
should.
right, there you go.
That joke. That's perfect.
Uh,
And then Sonny, well, we just know that she loves being mentioned every hot tag every week for this episode. So, as Tony alluded to earlier, it's probably her only form of somewhat, internet attention. So we're glad to give it every week, no matter how many rehabs she's been kicked out of now. All the WWE sponsored ones, which they go about so much and put so many people into. But if no one's going to, the person has to go there for themselves. A company just can't expect somebody to change overnight. I think that's one thing that's being overlooked here. You can't want to get help unless you really want it yourself.
Again, if we're
That's
looking
agree.
at the Scott Hall situation, the only person who can help Tammy is Tammy, and also Tony Mango.
I do seem to help everybody. Who else wants to tag?
I'll tag in. I'm actually glad that Burhan mentioned Scott Hall because I was actually thinking it's not looking good for Sunny. So perhaps maybe someone she can turn to is someone else that a lot of these wrestlers have been turning to, and that's DDP, who has recently taken in Scott Hall into his program and try to help him clean up. Perhaps maybe Sunny should look into DDP as well. Huh?
Yes and no, because there's a whole issue surrounding the whole Scott Hall situation with DDP, because Nash went on Twitter and started, slating it and saying that this is just a gimmick, and that Hall needs medical attention. He has to literally go to hospital and get himself detoxed, otherwise he will die. And I'm not even joking on that.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
yeah, we're going, Carlos. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I was going to tag in and agree with you on that because there was a segment. I think it was on Real Sports with Brian Gumble, and they was actually showing the condition that Scott Hall was in. It's really bad. I mean, it was so bad that he couldn't even actually walk down to the ring before like blacking out and into the crowd. So
Jeez.
yeah, it was really sad the way he went. So in Sonny's case, it's like the way the program works. If you don't want help, it's not going to work. You gotta
No,
you
it's the
gotta want
same.
it for
It's like
yourself.
with Scott, everyone's been, trying to help him. He's been going to rehab. We've done response rehab as well, and
Mhm.
it still hasn't helped. And the only person who can help you is you. You
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
this is
And
TNA
speaking about
Impact.
crack, who started that Kendra Lust rumor anyway? Was it Cena's camp or her camp?
I think it was scoopscoops.com.
Oh, it was them.
Oh,
Yeah, because
they seem very legitimate.
I thought it
exactly.
was his ex who shared it with some sort of site, and then it just kind of blew up after that.
Yeah, I don't put a ton of faith in that kind of stuff, but it's interesting to talk
It's
about. I
funny to
mean,
talk about.
especially when
Yeah.
you have no other fucking hot tags except for the typical Sunny breakdown of the week. It should just be like a special segment. It's just
We should have,
Oh,
yeah, we
what's
should.
Sonny doing this
Sonny should
week?
break down
What
all
kind of
the
shenanigans have been going on?
cloudy
Yeah.
days.
TMZ got Lindsay Lohan. We got Sonny.
Yes.
cloudy days on
Well,
Earth.
Peyton, you had tagged in for the Sunny thing. Did you have anything about the Kendra Lust situation?
I mean, you pretty much nailed it on the head. I, if you're gonna choose
Is
a
that what
porn
John
star,
Cena
I'm
did?
sure you can choose someone else. Uh, I don't doubt that John Cena has been unfaithful many times, but if this is honestly true, this is a nightmare for him because he's really just finally getting away from the whole uh, divorce that he went through, and he got off relatively easily. And if this comes out here and becomes really big public knowledge and ends up becoming a big deal, he could find himself in bigger trouble if this gets any further than it already has.
Not to mention ruin his image because he's like said it's about hustle, loyalty, and respect. Who's going to
Oh,
respect his
that
hustle?
that'll be fine.
I'm not going to respect that hustle, man. I mean, you got Jada Stevens out there for nice
I mean, if
booty,
the
and you
company was creative and willing to take a risk, they could use this to make him a villain.
Oh, they won't. They'll do the same thing that they always do. Like they
I hope
have
he
John
puts it
Cena
in
come out and
face.
lie constantly. He came out and lied a couple weeks ago when he was like, "I'm gonna be the underdog no matter who I challenge." Bullshit. You're gonna fucking win against
They're
Rock.
not even gonna mention this, other than maybe a passing fourth wall joke somewhere.
Yep.
This should not be mentioned on TV at all.
All he's gonna
Um,
do is when he's cutting a promo against The Rock, he's gonna be like, "Meanwhile, you were off shooting a movie. I was supposedly with porn stars. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I actually fucked her." Like,
Yeah, exactly, man.
with that corny ass smile plastered on his face throughout the entire time doing it.
mm-hmm.
Does the really cheesy ass wink to the camera and then goes back into being serious?
and then he
comes
points the
out with his
microphone at the
fucking
crowd.
gimmick.
Yeah. Points the microphone at the crowd. Listen to all the people that we aren't listening to. You hear this,
Do it
WWE?
for the
Ignore it.
fans.
La 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 la. Anybody have
Did
any
for the love.
anybody have any other things to talk about with this, or should we just move on to Elimination Chamber?
I think we're leaving on a high note, actually.
Yeah.
This is brilliant. What better way to move on to Elimination Chamber than talk about Cena's road jumping and humping? You can't get much better than that.
Well, we're gonna move on from the Sunny breakdown of the week and all that kind of stuff. and go into the Elimination Chamber predictions for all of the matches that kind of popped up overnight and the couple that have been there and confusing the hell out of us ever since then.